Hi, beautiful Aries. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aries, this is your monthly read for June of 2024. And we're going to start with an overall energy for the month, for the overlapping, maybe into a little bit into July. So maybe think 6 weeks into the future. And then just go deeper and deeper into the message. Okay, guys? Also, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Let's start here. Overall message for Aries for the month of June. What did I say? I said June and then overlapping into July, right? Excuse me. It is for June, but it might come into July a little bit. If I said anything different, I do apologize. Aries for the month of June. Aries for the month of June. Vacation, and this is my magical carpet ride. That's really beautiful. Just take a moment and look at that image. If you're not looking, it's a little girl who's sitting on a magical carpet ride, flying around, being very content, and just a lot of birds. There's a lot of birds. So if we just speak about, like, the birds in themselves can come with messages, can be about you starting to see signs and synchronicities. Just the birds are coming with messages. But we have vacation, and I'm also a little bit drawn to say that this could be a move. Like someone could just go to a warmer climate, whether that is like for a 2-week vacation, or if that is like you're literally thinking about making a move to a different state, to a different country. And because of the birds, I just feel like it's not, for the majority of you, this is not thinking about moving somewhere where it gets colder. Because of the birds, they just seem to, when it gets too cold in some place, they move to another place where they feel better about it, and then they move back into the original place when it starts to get a little bit warmer again. So that's why it feels like we're moving to a warmer climate. If this is not physical, like practical, if this is more like an energetic message, this is like you're moving into a better place, to a more comfortable place, to a more if you will, play on the words there, but acclimated, like a climate, but also an acclimated place where you just feel more comfortable within your own skin, within your own life. Also, there's a lot of butterflies. I see butterflies here, which speaks about transformation. So we just continue on this path. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in terms of solar flares, in terms of the sun being the most magnetic that it has. I might butcher this now. It's either I think it's an 11-year cycle. It might be a 7-year cycle, but I think it's an 11-year cycle that it goes from like a 0 magnetism until like a 100% magnetism. And it's like at the very peak of that magnetism right now. So we have like a lot of influx from the sun happening. And just the fact that we're just growing and becoming more and more aware probably is going to play a big role in the month of June as well. So we're starting with vacation. We're starting with you're dressed in purple. It's overall purple colors. So it's like a lot of the spiritual evolution. Okay. Going deeper into the message. What do we have for Aries, please? Going deeper into the message. Using the fairy deck. The Lovers. Interesting. True love. And Prince of Autumn. I'm going going to show these to you in a second. Three of Summer. Wow. I'm just going to do a couple more cards. I promise I'll show you them in a second. TikTok. Loyal Heart. And Orphaned. I think, Aries, that you've had this Orphan card come up a couple of times, and I think we're coming out of that now, which is really beautiful. Okay, let's start one at a time here. The Lovers, true love that is long lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. I think this is more like, don't get disappointed now. If there's someone like, is there finally someone coming in, or like, is there, if you've been looking for love for quite some time, and I'm not now telling you this might not be about love, because I see the rest, I see the foundational message, and the foundational message is more Aries moving into their own comfort of your own skin, of your own life, of your own everyday, work, whatever's going on in your life. It's like more of a, we're moving into a more comfortable zone, like starting to get comfortable. Maybe even making a move. So there's a lot of stuff happening for you individually and on a very like personal level. And the Lovers can also represent choices. And so choices, like making decisions. And because we have that initial energy there, and because of the Prince of Autumn, the Three of Summer, there's the cards lining up here, I'm leaning to more towards this is about you making choices for yourself, making plans, making decisions, rather than coming together with a soulmate, if you will. This might be the case. We're not going to rule it out, because this is what this means as well. But for the majority of Aries, I'm not picking up that this is a love reading and this is all about the person that you're supposed to meet. This is more towards the getting yourself more into so obviously this is even if you like, whether you're single or if you're already in a partnership with someone, which you usually are when you're in a partnership. This is more like making beautiful choices for yourself, where you just get to have a better and better life. So the Lovers is now about like, okay, making those decisions where if you're making a move, this is like, okay, I'm going to move to a place where you will, like, I'm speaking for you, where I will actually enjoy myself, where there's more a climate that I like, where there's people in the surroundings that I like, the culture, the whatever the situation is. If this is like a move to a different job, this is you choosing a job that you finally like really, really enjoy. It's not you just doing a 9-to-5 situation. It's you actually getting up in the morning and feeling really excited about what you're supposed to do. If this is you starting like a new, if you're retired, or if you like don't have your typical 9-to-5, or if this is you venturing out, starting your own business, it's like, okay, it's time. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're 25 or 75. You still are like coming into a place where you really are choosing from the heart, and you're choosing things that is not just to kill time or just to, make the ends meet, or, to just survive the month financially. This is more, I think you know what I'm doing with this, where I'm going with this. It's like the choices you're making now is more profound. They're more felt from the heart, and they're more long lasting in the sense that, okay, I'm not just gonna survive or getting by, or I'm not just gonna do, it's for the long term. It's for where the heart will really enjoy itself. Prince of Autumn is about making that plan. It's like, in a way, these are very similar, but they have very different energies. But like, I feel like this is maybe for some Aries what you would like. You would like to go on a vacation, or you would like to move to a different state or different country. You would like to get into more like of a comfortable skin and more of a comfortable life, and just really feel overall more satisfied in your life. But for a lot of you Aries, this is like you're just, so this is like a leaf. I call this the magical copyright as well, but we're starting to lift off. You're starting to have like a direction, and and it's like you're a little bit cautious about where you're going and if you should go. So this might be at the very beginning stages for some of you guys, that you're planning this. You're not actually having a date set for this new job, or for when to start this business, or for when to make this move, or or get into this new whatever this is in your life. This is more on the planning. I would like to planning a planning base, but there's no liftoff just yet. And I think it comes from a little bit of insecurity. We're ending on this orphan card. So most of the things that you have done might come from, and just be really honest with yourself here, Aries, if this is the truth for you. This might come from a situation where, it's easier to just do things because you've done them before. It's easier because you're in a comfort zone. So anything that pushes you or triggers you to get outside of your comfort zone feels really, that's why it's called a comfort zone. Excuse me, it feels really uncomfortable. And so whatever situation this might have always just stayed a dream, or always just stayed a vision or a wish, but never has really taken off anywhere until now. It feels like now it's like, no, I'm just not going to stay here because it's comfortable. I'm not going to stay here because that's what I've always done. I'm not going to just stay here. And whether that is like where you live, in your job, in your friend group, like whatever this is, even like in a romantic partnership, like you're just not having it because you've already or always had it, if that makes sense. But the reason why you have stuck it out for such a long time, it might be that you in the past have felt really alienated and felt like you haven't had a group that you have belonged to, or that you haven't had a job that you really liked, or and then when you finally get a job that is like, okay, it pays well, or it pays okay, it pays for you to get by, the energy that you're receiving from your surrounding, it pays for you to get by. The friends you have, it pays for you to get by. But I don't see any like, oh my God, I am so in love with my life. That's how people talk that are not too happy. Or that are overly happy. Like, I'm just making fun of it. So this is a time where, okay, I'm not just going to talk about it anymore. There's actually a shift here going on. So the shift is going on, but the liftoff hasn't taken, you haven't come into that just yet. Maybe you're just at the very beginning stage of this, or at the very end of this. Obviously, there's going to be a spectrum. Not all Aries are going to be in the exact same spot. But this is the journey, the overarching journey that's going on. Then we have Three of Summer. So this is like, for some of you guys, this might be just a little bit of a side note that in the month of June, there's a lot of celebration happening. It can be birthdays. It can be just, I'm thinking about Sweden, what we have in June. We have midsummer celebration. But this can also be like there's a wedding coming up for someone, or there's an engagement, the announcement of an engagement. There can be an announcement of someone getting pregnant. There can be an announcement of someone giving birth in the month of June. There's just a lot of celebration in the month of June. I feel like this is more of a side note than the overall energy movement that is going on right now. That like in the midst of whatever you're doing, there's going to be a birthday party. In the midst of whatever you're doing, there's going to be the announcement of a baby being born. This is going to be like but that's always beautiful when there's like it can be an invitation to a party, invitation to like go enjoy yourself and have fun with people, doing that little fun extra celebration. And I still see, it isn't though, is it? No, it's not. But it looks like, so this is interesting. So it looks like a huge black butterfly, but it isn't. Do you see the wings of a butterfly? It just creates it like from the silhouette or from the shadow. So it's like a black big butterfly. So I'm just thinking in the midst of all of this, there's still like a transformation, like you're transforming your shadow side, like the shadow version of you is still like undergoing a huge transformation. And it doesn't matter that we're coming into June, it doesn't matter that we're coming into celebrations. Like this is the ongoing energy simultaneously happening when people can speak right. TikTok, loyal heart and orphan. So the TikTok card today feels, it's interesting because sometimes it feels like you're receiving more time and sometimes it feels like time is slipping away. And I'm getting two things around this. I'm getting first a sense of more time is slipping away. The reason why you want to make these changes right now is because you're starting to feel like, no, you can't stay put in the situation that you're in. Like you really want to change your scenario or change your scenery or change your situation overall because time is ticking. Like you might even say that like you're not getting any younger. Like, and obviously if you're 25, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about whatever age you're at. But I feel like more there's some people feeling like, okay, so days are they're just getting by. Days you're waking up and you're falling asleep and you're waking up and you're falling asleep and then that week was gone. And I don't know about you guys, but I have just really sense of time. Really, I mean, as we get older, the time feels like it's speeding up, but lately it just really feels like it's speeding up. It's like the things that I want to have done in a day, it just feels like, at least I couldn't get more things in a day. They just don't anymore. But then there's another aspect of this where it's like, it almost feels like I don't even know how to say this, like you're don't care about time, or like you're breaking up with time. Like it's like you're just not dependent on it any longer, or like you just don't care anymore that whatever's going on, which can also turn you into like a little bit of like confused about what day it is, even confused about what time it is, confused about just the other day, actually, I was talking to a person and I was like, so what is that in English? Pingst in Swedish. So it's not Easter, but it's like the thing that comes after Easter. And we're discussing if that was like a holiday on the Monday coming up. And I was like, that talking about what? Like that hasn't happened this weekend. I was like, yes, that's the weekend that we're in now. And they were like, no, we're not. Like, yes, we are. And then we checked the calendar because then I was getting a little bit confused. I was like, are we not? And I got a little bit confused and we checked the calendar and they were like, oh my God, I missed the whole weekend. I had no idea that was going on. And it just might be that. And it's not the end of the world, obviously. That might even be a little bit freeing for you to not be so involved in whatever's going on. So it can be like a little bit of a breakup with the time that you don't you're not so invested in the time anymore. And I think that's really a relief. So instead of feeling like, oh my God, where are the days going? Or like, I missed a day, or I can't, I can't seem to figure out which day it is. I thought it was Wednesday when it was Thursday, and all of that. Just sort of relax into that and just know that that is you actually starting to play with time. That time is more a thing that is now starting to, which I'm wishing to come into and not be so rigid about the time, but to start to play with it so that the time can start to move around you rather than you adjusting yourself to your time. Okay? This feels quite important and how you move about in the world. And then we have the loyal heart. And this is coming out as clarifiers, right? For the Prince of Autumn, the Lovers, and the Three of Summer. So we had a TikTok, which is talking about like, okay, you're now feeling like it's time to quit the 9 to 5. It's time to settle for less or do what you always have done. If there's a time for you to start to change things in your life so that you get more comfortable, so that you get more satisfied, it's now. And you start to really feel that with the TikTok. And we have the loyal heart, which is coming out as I feel like, okay, do not, we're going to say that in a more positive way. I'm going to first look at I see a lot of threes here. So the three, you're coming into the three, which is the manifestation, it's the celebration, it's creativity of things. And then 3-5 is an 8, right? So there's the endless opportunities, infinite opportunities, as above, so below, heaven on earth, all of that. So it's like creating a different reality, creating a different life for yourself overall. 8 is also about power, it's about strength, it's about you coming into that energy. The loyal heart speaks about staying true to your friends, staying true to your work, staying true to like whatever that is, but it's also being loyal to your own dreams. Like the maybe most important thing that we have in our life is what our visions were as a child, or what dreams you have, or what did you want to do when you grew up, or the never ending question that children hate. What are you going to be when you're grown up? But those are, so you wanting to make a change in your life, the loyal heart here, I feel today, is about honoring those dreams and honoring those visions and wishes. That you stay loyal. You can use another word that I don't like as much, disciplined. But you can stay loyal to the dreams that you have. You stay loyal. So if you start to say now you're setting out on this path, you want to make this move, or you want to make this change in your career, or you want to start up this business, or you want to just get into something, pick up something new, painting or dancing or gardening or like whatever. And you just really have had this wish for a long time. And now you're coming into this energy that you're just not going to talk about it anymore. You're just actually going to do something about it. And the loyal heart comes out to say, okay, so then stick to that. Stay true and loyal to your dreams now. Stay loyal to your wishes and where you're going. It's really important that you can trust yourself, and that you stay the course to whatever you want, to whatever you're saying that you want to do. We have the second sort of little inclination, the second little essence feel that this might be a relationship that's in the works for you, that we have like someone that's really loyal and true to your heart as you're loyal and true to them. This might be a situation for some of you guys. I don't feel like this is the over feel of the energy of the message for the month of June. But we have the Lovers and we have the loyal heart here. So I still have to speak about it. I think maybe there's a 2 or 3% of you guys, this is the journey that starts in June for you as well. Like meeting that soulmate that you have been longing for a very long time. And it's for the long haul. This is when this is the one that you stay with. This is the one that fits you just fit your life and you just fit theirs, And then we have the Orphan card. So this is about, because of the energy here, I don't feel like you're just feeling abandoned, or you're just feeling orphaned, or you're just, this is probably something that you're healing. You might have these feelings, I have to say though. You might have these feelings of feeling a little bit abandoned, or feeling left out, or feeling like you're sometimes even not a part of your life. I mean, it's your life, so how can you feel not a part of your life, if that makes any sense? But this is just your sort of biology. This is your internal mammal speaking. Like, you need to move on now to greener pastures so that you can continue to thrive. And in order for you to do so, sometimes we need to, like, if you have been so and so sick, you just maybe sometimes need to get really ill so that we can really get to the path of healing. Or if you have been like really down and out when it comes to, for the longest time you have just, like I picked up here, been in survival mode or getting by, or it's just okay. And if that's like something you've been living in for some time, financially, you could really get into a situation of, now you have to count your money again to, like, I don't know how this month is going to go, to really get to the bottom financially, to really get to the abundance of things. You know what I mean? Like, in every single area, it might be that you are feeling a little bit left out from your own life, or abandoned, or like you don't fit in, or like, what really is your place? So those really existential questions are coming up again for you. And it's coming up also as a way to heal the past, is what I'm feeling. So whenever you have felt orphaned or abandoned, or not a part of the group, or not like you're fitting in, that I just feel like from childhood, like early childhood, that those are things we have the shadow transformation here. Those are the big things happening right now. And so that is like going on at the same time. And this is a beautiful thing, because this energy is something that you're now coming out of. This is done. We're done with this energy. That's why this shift can now happen. We're going to end with some fairy cards for you guys. And for whatever reason, Siri decided to speak. What I heard her say in Swedish was, this is what I found. This is what I found. Maybe Siri or Alexa or whoever you're speaking to has found something for you, or or something's gonna come in. We had a lot of birds here with messages and with synchronicities and symbols and signs. So keep a look, like be on the lookout for stuff. I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but in Swedish it said, I think it was det här är vad jag hittade. This is what I found. Okay then. Final message here for Aries, please, for the month of June. We have create music. And this is what I felt. Like, if there's something you've been wanting to do for some time, like bringing that old harp out that you have in your closet, just bring the old harp out and start playing. If you've been wanting to literally create music or sing, or, or like I said, this is more of the creative side of you. If you wanted to paint, or wanting to dance, or wanting to garden, or wanting to write, or, this can even be like more meditation. Anywhere where you get to use your creativity and expand is really beautiful right now. And then we have stand your ground and be honest with yourself. And we have this, and this is the majority. This is what I'm picking up an overall energy of. This is in Swedish. This says, var ärlig mot dig själv, which is be honest with yourself, be true to yourself. And this is stå på dig, which is stand your ground, put your foot down, like stand up for yourself. And so this is the energy that I mostly feel here with this reading, is like It's time to really choose what you want. What is making your heart tick? Like what do you feel passionate about? What would get you excited to wake up in tomorrow morning? And as you make this shift, as you move towards and as you stay loyal to what it is that you say then that you want, to then continue to be honest with yourself. And the dragonfly so much speaks about the transformation. We had all those butterflies, and the dragonfly is literally going from like a before and an after. The dragonfly has like, just if you want to go into read about the dragonfly and the transformation that a dragonfly makes in his lifetime, it's astounding. And then to just stand your ground, to like, don't sell yourself short, don't settle for less. Try to not get back into the comfort zone. You just feel like this is really the time to get a move on. Just be honest with yourself about what you want, what you truly want. Get into the creative side of yourself, because it's going to be so much easier as you raise your vibration and feel like things are more fun. If you just start a little bit more creativity in your life, that's going to help. It's going to be fun, and it's also going to help. Okay? That's what I have for you for the month of June, dear Aries. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.